Hello again, I'm Jeff Stanley with Stanley Handcrafted, and today we're going to be going over how to test a new jar or a single candle with multiple wicks. So I've got a new tumbler here that I've never used before. I have used the black version of this one, but I haven't used it enough to know exactly the perfect wick for this thing. So I'm going to go through and show you exactly what to do, or a good way to test out multiple wicks with one candle. All right, so I've got some wax right here. So basically what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go ahead and fill this thing up. No wick or anything. We're just going to go ahead and fill it probably about 80 or 90% of the way. Right about there. We're gonna go ahead and let that completely cool down. All right, so this candle's ready for us to go ahead and put the wicks in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try 3 different wicks in the jar that we poured. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do that real quick. All right, so what we've got here is the jar that we just poured. Nice and flat. It's got a little bit of a dip in there. That's not I probably could go over that with the heat gun, but I'm not gonna worry about it. And I've got 3 different wicks right here. I've got the HTP 73, a 105, and a 1212. Now, the 73 is definitely not gonna work in this. I'm only gonna add this just to show how to test it, and if you're wrong, how to correct it, and then add another one. So basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take just a small drill bit, and I'm gonna go right down through the center of that. We're just gonna go ahead and create a small hole. And then I'm gonna go ahead and clip, I don't know, probably a good 2 inches off that wick. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that right down into the candle. Just enough so that we can light it. And then we're gonna go ahead and light that, and we're gonna let that go for a good 2 to 3 hours just to see what the melt pool does on that. So we'll come back and check on that. All right, so here we are a little bit later. You can see that 73 is definitely not big enough, which I knew it wasn't gonna be. So I just wanted to do that for demonstration purposes. So we're gonna go ahead and blow this out and pull that wick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that wick. And that pops right out of there, so we'll go ahead and set that to the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and let that completely harden back over, and then we're gonna drill another hole and put the second wick in. Okay, so here's wick number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and make a hole again right through the middle. And then I'm gonna jump up to the HTP 1212. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop that right down through there and light that. And we'll see how that one goes. I think this one is probably gonna be a little too big for the jar. All right, we'll let that burn for a couple hours and see what the melt pool looks like. All right, so you can see this candle. This is the HTP 1212. It's almost big enough. I'm gonna go ahead and blow this out. So you can see the edge right there. It didn't actually get all the way over. So basically, if you wanted to keep testing, you would do the exact same thing. You would just go ahead and pull this wick, pull that out, let that harden back over, smooth it out, and then just drop another wick inside there until you get the wick that fits the jar perfectly. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just a real quick and easy way to go through and test wicks without going through a bunch of candles. And this candle right here is tall enough that you could at least go through probably 6 or 8 different wicks. You definitely won't need that many, because once you actually go through the wick guides and find a wick that is within probably 1/4 of an inch, you're gonna know and be able to narrow it down within 2 to 3 wicks. So you'll be able to find out which wick fits into a container without wasting a bunch of supplies. And again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any more suggestions or anything like that, please send them my way. I've got everything in the video description down below: the email address, Instagram, Facebook, the DIY Facebook beginner candle group. And again, thank you for watching.